Welcome back to Trackside Northeast. I'm your host, Joe Cortese. I am joined by Landon Solomito. Landon, you are officially, I thought Vincent was last week, but you're now officially the youngest person to have on our show today. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Hey, it's a great time. It's a great atmosphere. I'm glad you got Little Compton native, Rhode Islander right here. So we do love talking to our Rhode Island racers. But congratulations on being the 2025 Grand Prix Bandolero Outlaw Division Champion at Seekonk. That must have been exciting. First year racing and you get a championship?
Yeah, it was very exciting.
So tell me a little bit about how you got into racing. Where did it all start? I mean, was it just, you were born and they threw you in the driver's seat and ready to rock and roll? How did it all start? Where did it begin?
It started with my dad and my mom racing, and then it went to my dad and uncle racing, and I've been watching them my whole life racing.
Now tell me a little bit about, were you able to get mom on board right away, or was there some convincing that had to go along the way?
There was definitely a lot of convincing.
What's your favorite part about racing?
My favorite part about racing is when you race.
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, we always have these things where when you start shows off and everything and you start having conversations, you get these like butterflies and everything sits. But so tell me a little bit about when you're racing and you're going around the track.
Yeah.
Do you kind of get into like a different mindset, or do you just kind of just hop in? It's natural to you.
Yeah, you definitely do get into a different mindset.
And I heard you're a baseball fan too.
Yeah, I'm a big baseball fan.
Yankees?
Yeah.
All right. See, this is why me and him are going to get along so well, because Yankees fans from up here in the north, it's tough on us. You're from Rhode Island, I'm from Massachusetts, but, we have, 27 championships, so if we do the numbers counting, it's not much of a comparison, folks. But, all right, anyways, let's get back to racing. Let's talk a little bit about racing. And so you started when you were younger, first time out here.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite driver right now in NASCAR?
In NASCAR, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson. Okay, so I've talked to a lot of younger kids. A lot of the kids like Kyle Larson. Why do you like him? Is it because he's fast and good, or how is it?
I just like how he drives.
Now, do you watch him a lot and like kind of figure out exactly like how he's racing and try to do the same thing on the track?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so when you're racing, tell me a little bit about when you first started. Was this something that you always wanted to do, being surrounded by your family?
Yeah, I did.
So when you did start and you were talking with your family and, enjoying racing and the energy around it, you race a lot over at Riverhead and Seekonk?
Yeah, I missed 2 races at Riverhead, and I did the whole season at Seekonk.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you did a lot of racing. How many races is that? God, maybe like upper 20s, like 25 or something?
25, 30.
Oh, man. So, hey, tell me a little bit about, so you started racing, you got a family connection. Now, was racing kind of when you first started, was it like new to you, or did you know a lot about it?
I knew a lot about it watching my dad and my uncle race.
Tell me a little bit about that. Are they good like mentors and being able to like teach you along the way? Because you've had a very successful, I can call it a career. It's been 1 year, but you've had an amazing 1 year already. So tell me a little bit about the year and how it went.
I had a pretty good year. I raced 1 race at Star, probably 12 at Riverhead, and the whole season at Seekonk. Next year, I'm looking forward to racing at Auburndale, a little bit of Nelcar, Seekonk, and Riverhead when I can.
Oh wow! So you have a packed schedule. I will have to ask your mom after. But how are you always running around? Is there just always stuff going on in your life?
Yes, there is.
All right. So what else do you like in life? You like baseball? You like racing? Anything else that kind of video games, things like that?
I like playing flag football. And any other sport I can.
Okay,
basically.
so you run at full throttle all the time, nonstop. Yeah. All right, so tell me a little bit about, you get out there racing this year and you have a lot of, it's your first time. Did you get nervous? How was the feelings when you first started compared to when you finished?
When I first started on my first race, I was a little bit nervous. And then it settled in by the 3rd race.
Oh, wow. So what happened? You think you just kind of got used to it, or you think it kind of was just like, I just have to do this a couple times, then I'll be all set?
I just have to do this a couple times, and I'll be all set.
So tell me a little bit about number 66, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so why did you choose that number?
Because it's my family's number.
Okay.
It's a family number.
Family number, so you're going to keep that one going for a little while, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this year and your team and everything. Who do you get a chance to work with? Is it mainly your family, or do you work with other people around Seekonk, Riverhead, or wherever else you're racing?
I work with my family and my grandma and Pop-Pop and TT.
So you can tell me your family's pretty close-knit family with this.
Yeah, close family to racing.
All right, so what's your favorite part about the whole racing? Is it being in the driver's seat, or is it kind of the atmosphere around it?
It's being in the driver's seat.
It's always been something that you've wanted to do, and you've got a lot of hardware already. Do you have a special room, a trophy room yet?
My room.
Is it full of Yankees memorabilia and racing stuff?
Yeah.
Love that. And you live over in Little Compton. So when you started racing, did you think that you would be traveling to different states, or did you originally think that you were just going to be staying in one?
I thought I was definitely going to go to New York. I knew that. I didn't know I was going to race at Seekonk, though.
And then when you got down here, what's the biggest difference you see between Riverhead and Seekonk?
Well, Riverhead's a lot smaller, and you have to let off a lot at Riverhead compared to Seekonk.
Okay, and when you're racing against all your other competitors and everything, how was it in your first year? Did you get a chance to talk to them around racetrack? Tell me a little bit about what it's like on the trackside over there.
I made a lot of new friends, a lot of kids that were a little bit older than me.
And that's always important too, because the older ones have a little more experience. So
yeah.
they'll teach you, most of the time they'll teach you about the mistakes that you make or mistakes they made, that they're like, hey, I'm going to teach Landon how to do this to make sure that he doesn't follow suit. But all right, so 2025, you had 7 victories.
Yeah.
So what was that? 7 victories, and your first one was back in June.
Well, I had 11 victories overall.
11 overall. Wow. Oh my God.
4 at Riverhead, 7 at Seekonk.
All right, so here's the toughest question of the day. Which one's better to race at, Riverhead or Seekonk? Seekonk, okay. Any particular reason why a little bit bigger? Is that the main reason?
I like it because it's a little bit bigger.
And when you're riding out there, is there any particular, do you follow lines, or are you just got the pedal to the floor and you're just trying to pass everyone?
You have to follow the line a lot.
Now, when you're driving and you're following line, were you able to learn that? I heard you got go-karts. So when you got your go-karts, were you able to learn that off the track before you kind of got on there?
Yeah.
And when you're racing, do you ever think about, I know your mom and dad probably sit there and they're a nervous wreck because you're like, oh, I got to get out there. So tell me a little bit about that. How do you calm your mom and dad's nerves?
Well, I calm them down when I start the race because I'm already basically leading most of the time in the beginning of the race.
Hey, that's a good thing. So you stay at the front of the pack. But tell me a little bit about how you work your way through the pack if you've had to do that at one point or another. Do you find an opening? How's that all work?
Well, most of the time I try to find an opening, but sometimes I just kind of drive my line and they can't stay down on it.
All right, so you've had a lot of success in your career so far. What is the ultimate goal here? Do you want to be a New York Yankees player, a NASCAR driver, president? I mean, the floor is yours. You can do anything you want.
It's either playing in the MLB or racing in the NASCAR Wheel Modified Tour.
Ooh, that'll be fun. And I believe, and you saying your dad and uncle racing it? So when you follow,
my dad used to.
Okay, so you follow them. So were you able to watch them when they were younger, or were you born yet?
I was born. Yeah, I used to watch them when they were younger.
And now you get a chance to race. So is there any chance that you'll make it and then they'll come back and race against you?
No, there's probably not a chance.
So you have the crown. You have the crown right now. But your brother and your sister also do a little bit of racing, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, my brother just started this year halfway through the season because you can't race until you're 7. And he turned 7 halfway through the season. So he started. He had 2 wins on the year out of 4 races. And my sister, she's just a psychopath wherever she goes.
I got 2 sisters the same way. I got one who's a sheriff up in Carroll County, New Hampshire, and she's got a lead foot. Just saying, yeah, I'm just saying. Got to get it out there. But we all have lead foots because we come from the racing family. So, all right, so you're 10.
Yeah.
So 6 more years till you actually get a license. Have you already been thinking about a first car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you have one in mind? What kind of car do you want?
It's either a truck or a GMC.
Yep, you're a true racer. Yep, that's all I can say. Right out, just based off that answer, we can tell you're a true race car driver. So, hey, we're going to come back in less than 2 minutes, talk a little bit more about Landon's career, who's helped him out, how he's gotten there, and we'll go over a little bit. Seekonk just released their schedule, so we're already looking forward till next year. It's going to be exciting, and I'm sure Landon's excited to get to next year's racing. So we'll be back in less than 2 minutes with much more right here on Trackside Northeast. Back here again at Trackside Northeast. I'm your host, Joe Cortese. Landon, I got to talk to you a little bit. So you're a baseball fan. You got a chance to see the Savannah Bananas. Tell me about that because I have not been, and I really want to go see all these guys.
They're really fun to watch. The catcher makes fun of the umpire a lot because he has like a mullet and the umpire has nothing. He tries doing the same dance moves and he wipes over his head.
So that's social media and a little bit of flair out there and everything. So tell me a little bit about, so you love baseball and you love racing. Yeah. Is there any similarities that you see between the two?
No, not really.
Not really? So no mindset or anything like that? So which one, if you had to make a choice, now this is a tougher question. If you had to make a choice, which one would you choose?
Racing.
Really? Okay, so racing does take the top notch. I mean, Kyle Larson, what is he? He's got to be, I don't know, age-wise, but you know, you're 10, we could see you there next 12 years or so like that. Yeah, you could probably be facing against Kyle Larson. How would that feel if you ever got a chance to race with with all your, people you look up to and all of a sudden you could make it?
That would be really cool.
Now, if you're racing up there, you have a path of you want to get into the Wheel Modified series. And I know you're young and everything. Have you gotten a chance to talk to any other drivers outside of your dad or uncle about what racing is like at that level?
Yeah, I have a lot.
So what do they kind of tell you? What's kind of the things that they discuss with you when you get up to that level?
They say you waste a lot of money, basically.
That's one of the truer statements. Sponsorships go a long way in this sport. But so when you're racing, how much knowledge do you know about the car? Or you know how to drive and there is a lot of components that go on in the car. Yeah,
I know a pretty good amount.
Do you ever work on them or anything?
A little bit sometimes.
A little bit? So do you ever see yourself in the career going along with it, continue racing, but maybe getting into the side of things of working on the car more in depth or anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, when you're racing and you have all these community connections and you meet all these people, describe the atmosphere a little bit to me around any raceway that you've gone to. How are the fans? How are the people around? I mean, just tell me as somebody who has no idea what racing's like how would you pitch them the story of coming out and seeing all this awesome racing?
There's a lot of fans. There's these 3 little kids that come over every time I win and take pictures with me. And there's a lot of people that when we'll just be walking around and they'll all want pictures.
Now, do you sign a lot of autographs?
I haven't got autographed hero cards yet.
Okay. So I'll make sure I'll get your autograph next season when I come down and come check you out and see you race a little bit. All right, so how many more years can you be in the Bandolero series?
6.
6 more years. Okay, so right now next year you're going to go another year in the Bandolero series?
Yeah.
Bandit division specifically?
Yeah.
All right, so you've already got the championship in your first year. What kind of goal do you have? Have you made up a goal for 2026 yet?
Yeah. My goal is to finish a little bit higher in national points. I finished 10th this year.
Wow. And how many racers are there nationally in that point system? Man, that's got to be a couple hundred, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, all right, so we've got the 66 over here and a couple different photos and everything popping up. I see that you have...
That's my uncle.
There's your uncle. And you got a huge fan base. Did you create that or did that come along with the family when you showed up?
I created that.
You created that from all the wind and everything. All right, so tell me, when you're riding around in these, is it a tight fit? I mean, I know you're a lot smaller and you're 10, but is it like a tight fit? Are you comfortable in that car?
I'm comfortable.
And when you're racing, do you have music or anything to listen to, or you just go?
No.
Now, you do about 15 laps, right?
Yeah, I have to listen to the race director.
Oh, that's true. This is true. Yeah, don't listen to me because I have no experience with racing. I'd be sitting there listening to like Motley Crue and AC/DC and like Kiss and stuff. But that's a whole. And so you went 7 times specifically at Seekonk this year to victory lane. What's the feeling when you get out of the car and you get a win?
It's very excited.
So you get out and you just see everyone all excited, and it's all for you. So like, is it like a rush of emotion? Do you kind of like brown out a little bit where you're in the moment but you don't realize it? Yeah, that's got to be a cool feeling, especially with the checkered flag. Tell me about that. Driving around with a checkered flag, that's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So, and you did that 7 times at Seekonk, and then look at that. You got a whole fan base over here.
That's championship night.
Oh, man. That looks like a lot of fun. So you've got a championship under your belt already. You want to make it to the next level, and you want to continue your way up. Now, how is when you're talking to people around Seekonk, specifically like managers and other folks and everyone, how is it around there? Do they get a chance to give you any pointers, or what have you learned throughout this entire season?
They sometimes give me pointers.
Now, do you have to go out of your way for it?
No.
No, they come up and tell you?
Yeah.
All right, so you get the fan experience over in racing. Now, when you follow racing, you see a lot of it's in the South, right? You see a lot of things. What's kind of your thought process around that? You from the Northeast, being younger, going into it. What's kind of your thought process of being a racer in the Northeast? Because for some people, it's few and far between. For others, we know it's a huge community.
It's a big difference because the South, you get to race year-round.
So for the next couple months, what are you going to? What's kind of the plan over the next couple months? Do you do any racing outside of what you do on Seekonk and Riverhead and around?
Tomorrow I'm going to North Carolina to practice.
Oh, that'll be pretty cool. So what are you going to be? Where will you be practicing out in North Carolina? I'm trying to remember. Wakefield. Okay. And is there like training, or is it specifically like?
It's just like we rented the track for 2 days.
Oh, that's cool. So you'll get out there and be able to race. That'll be a lot of fun. And getting out and being able to check out the different styles of racing. Have you found somebody? I mean, I know you watch Kyle Larson, but have you found anyone else that you kind of look up to that maybe is in a lower division than NASCAR or something that you kind of watch the way they race and you're like, I race like that, or I want to race like that?
I watch Justin Bonsignor in the Xfinity series a lot.
Oh, he's great. And then we got two other Rhode Island natives in the truck series. Gio Ruggiero and Tyler Tomasi. So when you see somebody like that, somebody like local, and you see them up in that level, does that make you feel like I can do that?
Yeah, it does.
So when you get into the racetrack and you're sitting there, that's kind of the ultimate goal. You want to get up to that area and work on sponsorships and social media and everything. But let's talk a little bit about the social media around racing. It's cool again. We were discussing it. You're seeing it all the time. Do you follow any special pages or watch anything?
No.
All right, so what about Netflix or any documentary series? Have you seen any of those?
Yeah, I watch a lot of documentary series.
They're pretty cool, aren't they? Did you get a chance to see the Dale Earnhardt one that was on Prime Video? You got to watch that. That's a really good one. But favorite driver's Kyle Larson. Do you follow any other of the racing divisions like F1 or Indy racing at all? So it's strictly NASCAR.
Yeah.
All right, so where have you been? What tracks have you been around to in NASCAR? Have you gotten a chance to go to a NASCAR race?
No.
Oh, we definitely got to get you out there. That New Hampshire, Daytona, get you over that. New Smyrna is a great space to go by and everything. But so in the future, when you want to race, do you want to race all around the U.S.?
Yeah.
Is there a particular track that you would really want to race on?
No.
No? Anything with asphalt and 4 tires and an engine ready to rock and roll?
No, not really.
Yeah, I see it. But it's so during your career and going over with life and everything like that, is there any particular thing specifically in the last year that you really learned that you had no knowledge of prior to?
I had no knowledge of learning how to save the car and all that.
Oh, interesting. So they teach you a little bit about like what happens if you get a little bit on the back end or hit the gas too hard?
Yeah.
So specifically, you coming around the corner, turn 3, turn 4, and the back end goes out. What do you do?
I turn the wheel a little bit right.
Opposite direction? Kind of like in the movie Cars when they teach him how to drift and everything? Oh, God, that's nerve-wracking, Mom. He knows how to drift, and he doesn't even have a car yet. Oh, boy. You got a long career ahead of you and a lot of things to look forward to. But tell me a little bit about your other interests. We talked about baseball and everything.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you're interested in outside of sports, or is it just all sports to you?
It's mostly sports. I like playing with my dog a lot.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
Mini Golden Doodle.
Oh, okay. And a name?
Zoe.
Zoe, okay. Oh, man, you're going to have that dog for a long time, and then you're going to have a dog when you get older, and it's just, because once you get a dog when you're young, I've had multiple, and I'm like, once you get them, they become part of your family, and you can't go without them, right?
Yeah.
But what do you like to do with Zoe?
I like to play fetch. He's really fast, so I mess with my brother a little bit. I hit a ball to him, and she'll beat him to it, even though she's with me, and he's at the other side of the yard.
That's all. So you get a fast dog, a fast car, and you're fastly becoming higher prominent with how you're racing and everything. So we're going to come back in less than 2 minutes. We'll talk a little bit more about your thoughts on the year, how it went, what you look forward to, and if you want to thank anyone or tease ahead to where people can follow you, there's a couple social media pages they'll be able to follow you on too. So we'll be right back here on Trackside Northeast in less than 2 minutes. All right, back here again at Trackside Northeast. I'm your host, Joe Cortese. I just gave Landon one of the best pieces of advice I think I've ever given anyone. Stay a kid as long as you can. You got nothing to worry about. Peanut butter sandwiches and the rest of life's history. All right, so final thoughts on the year and anyone you want to thank throughout the year. I mean, you've had a lot of people help you out.
Well, my final thoughts on the year, I had a pretty good year. I finished on the podium 12 of Yeah, 12 or 14 races in the regular season, all podiums in the playoffs, and
Yeah, a lot of winning, man. A lot of winning. So, any particular people you want to thank for, helping you out, whether it was donations or sponsorships on the car, people helping out, fix it, moving around, anyone like that?
my dad, especially because he works on the car the most. He spends all the time he has in the garage for me. Mom, Brody, Gabby, Titi, Pop, Grandma, Grammy, Tata, Acme Natural Designs, Auntie Freddie, Auntie Meg, Helger Brothers, Haas Communications, KMR, BMR, it's KMWs, BMR, Brandon and Maddie, Mora, Long Island Fuel, Yes We Can, Tom's NASCAR Models, Wayne Anderson, Legacy Claim Services.
All right, so you're already prepared for your post race interviews when they sit there and they're like, I want to thank Roush Racing, Bud Light, and everybody else, and they go throughout it. I mean, it's one of those things where it takes a whole group to do it, and when you got a family to support you, that's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
So does the conversation of racing, does it stop at the racetrack, or is it all the time on the ride home?
It's all the time on the ride home.
That's pretty cool. It's good to have that support. Now, your brother's a little younger.
Yeah.
He's racing behind you. He's had a pretty good career so far, too. Are you worried about him catching up?
No,
not
really.
At all. You too fast for that?
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, hey, keep racing that speed, and we've got to look at next year's schedule. They've already released it, so it's pretty good coming up. We got the Spectator Drags. They're kicking off May 9th, 6 p.m., and they go all the way for their 10 races of the season. And then the Fast Fridays, that is where you're going to, Thrill Shows first, but Memorial Day Thrill Show, 23rd. Oh, that actually moved a week. That's great. Can't wait to go to that. Have you gotten a chance to see any of the Thrill Shows, Landon?
No.
They're a lot of fun. They're pretty cool. But here's your Fast Friday schedule where you'll be able to catch Landon and all the other young racers coming up in the season. And Landon, I got to tell you, being this young and being able to get in front of a camera and talk about your life and, profile yourself, got to give you credit, man. At your age, I would never been able to do it, and now I do it for a living. So you're doing pretty well for yourself. But any other thoughts going into next year? You got a couple things in the off season to gear yourself up, but you head in. When do you begin next year?
We begin. I start racing in February, and so does my brother at Auburndale.
Okay.
For 14 days straight.
It's a great time to go down to Florida, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot warmer. Now, is there a little different style of racing down there compared to up here?
Well, in Bandits, you have a blue restrictor plate. Okay. In Bandits down there, you have no restrictor plate, so you make like 32 horsepower.
Wow, that's got to be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
They always talk about taking the restrictor plate off. All right, any social media, anything they can follow you on? Do you have your social media pages and stuff?
El Solomito 66 on Instagram.
Instagram. All right. Instagram is the way of the world with this young generation. Facebook is taking a back seat, kind of, sort of, not really. But hey, I'm glad to have you in here, Landon. Congratulations on your victories this year and your championship. It's a great accomplishment, young in your career. You got a lot of room to improve and a lot of room to do it. So good luck the rest of the season, or rest of your career, I should say. You got a long one ahead of you. I hope I can have you back here sometime too as well. But this is Landon Solomito. He is the 2025 Grand Prix Bandolero Outlaw Division Champion, joining us here on Trackside Northeast. I'm your host, Joe Cortese. Be safe, be well, most importantly, be kind. Everyone's got their own personal battle behind a closed curtain. We'll see you next week. I believe Jake Veneta is going to be joining us from the Truck Series Championship, and we've got the Best of Series coming up in December. We'll see you next week.